I'm Sydney and welcome back to my Flock and Squawk. This week we are in the kitchen and making two separate recipes for that use cranberries. So yes, I know it's a little bit after Thanksgiving if you're here in America, and it is into December, but that means that any extra cranberries are probably on sale. Not to mention, it's just that lovely holiday part of the season. So for my first recipe, we are going to be doing a cranberry sauce. I got that started in the crock pot earlier today, so I'll show that here. All I did was rinse off my bag of cranberries, put them in a little crock pot, add a half a cup of orange juice and a half a cup of white sugar. I stirred that up a little and left it on high, and I am checking on it every couple of hours. For my second recipe, I am going to be following that Minnesota mom from Instagram and her salads that aren't salads recipe. It is for cranberry fluff. I thought it looked interesting and might be really good because it's sweet, the tang of the cranberries, and of course Cool Whip and marshmallows. How could you go wrong? So I'm going to have her video and Instagram linked below, but this is what she did. So first off, we start the night before by taking our cranberries, and I washed them before I put them in my food processor, gave them a whirl, processed them up, then put those in a dish with a can of crushed pineapple and a cup of sugar. You mix it up and you let it sit overnight for them to incorporate. And now we are going to get to mixing up the rest of that cranberry fluff salad and checking in periodically on our cranberry sauce. So I hope you enjoy this video. So it's the next day and this has been sitting for all of that time, and so let's strain it off and make the rest of the cranberry fluff salad. So I'll just take off the saran wrap and then pour this into here so it can strain. So I'm just going to gently stir it around up top in the strainer so that way hopefully the liquid can get through. But mostly I'm just going to let this sit here for a little while it strains. So I've let this sit a little while and it has strained most of the way. We do have a visitor around the kitchen, so if the camera gets bumped, that's why my puppy dog is out. But I have strained this most of the way. There's still some liquid that could be strained off, but I think it'll be all right. So next we have my 8 ounces of cream cheese that has come mostly to room temp. So I'm going to put that in my original bowl, which I washed while I was waiting for this to drip. So I'm gonna, I mean, how could you go wrong with cream cheese? So I'm going to beat this up a little bit. The Midwestern mom uses a hand mixer, but I'm just gonna beat it with a spoon. And let's add in our delicious pineapple cranberry. Let's mix this up. now that my cream cheese is mostly mixed in, I'm gonna add the Cool Whip. I decided to get the light version. And this has also been sitting out to get to defrosted room temp. And because I have someone in my house that doesn't like mini marshmallows or marshmallows in general, I'm going to take out half of this before I add marshmallows. And I believe this is the consistency we are looking for. Like frosting. Sappho. Sappho. And now the marshmallows. I'm just going to feel it with my heart. Or maybe my marshmallows will decide for me. And there we have it. And here we have it, our Midwest salad that's not quite a salad. So I'm just going to eat off the spoon because I'm a little heathen, and I'm not sharing this portion with marshmallows. So let's go. This is so good. Obviously, I'm a fan of like pudding and jello and whatnot, and even though that doesn't have pudding or jello, the texture is like slightly crummy pudding. And the Cool Whip and the cream cheese just add this nice creaminess. The cranberry is tart enough that it's not overly sweet of a salad, except for when you get like a marshmallow, and then it's like pretty darn sweet. But it's actually not as sweet as I was thinking it might be, but it's delicious actually. If you can hear, the cat just told the dog what for. So I think this is awesome and very enjoyable. Let's get back to the cranberry sauce and see how it's doing. Also, before I forget, while I was cleaning up, getting ready to show you the cranberry sauce, the liquid that I strained off of the cranberries and pineapple, I'm saving for a cocktail, or for mimosas actually tomorrow, so yeah. And this is what the cranberry sauce looks like currently. It's starting to cook down. The cranberries are breaking up. They're nice and juicy. The cat just hissed at my puppy dog. So we're just gonna let this be for a little while longer. So it's a little while later and my cranberries have thickened up, and I'm going to add 1 can of Mandarin oranges that I mostly drained. There's still just like the touch of liquid in it, and I just mix them in and put the lid back on for a little while longer. You can also, in my testing of this recipe, every year it's a little different, but I would recommend adding a little less liquid this time. And here it is after a little while longer. This is like 20-30 minutes later. The oranges have heated up, they've broken down just a touch. There's still orange chunks, and now I just scoop it into a jar to put away for later. This is kind of like a very loose jam. If you heat it up, it is more the sauce, but if you want to put it on a sandwich, it has that sort of stability that you might expect in kind of a jam. It's not like gelatinous like out of a canned sauce, but it's not like super runny, liquidy. So I hope you enjoy and you try this out sometime if you have any leftover cranberries. And yeah, it keeps in the fridge pretty well, but I do check on it every now and then to make sure that it hasn't gone off before we can finish it up. But there you go, there you have it. And yes, I did use the cranberry fluff liquid as a mimosa. It was delightful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.